EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Coming to you, coming to you.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's Elliott.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. To throw is Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have... Two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Running with Elliott. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And an alley to run. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd and 1, Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Call it a loss of 8 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Here we go. Oh, dang, pump. I got tight left. We got 4. We got 4. Take 4, take 4.
Prescott to throw it. And he fires one incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After the interception, here's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Jackson flushed out right. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down in a few inches. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top rope. I like it.
Let's go. Do it.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 27, Prescott. His throw incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. 3rd down here.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, Get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
On third down, it's Prescott. That's complete to Cobb. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. This is intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually...
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 73 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. He'll try and run it. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson, they go screen. This is Ingram. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. To throw again on second down. Jackson, and he's going to keep it here. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Jackson now off the bootleg. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, as the first half is winding down, as the Ravens push further out in front. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Here we go.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Hey, we go. 48 right now. Let's go. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
A first down throw for Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11.
4 down. Check.
Prescott now from the 50. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Here's Jackson off the bootleg, out to his left. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
He'll run it. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
This is our time, guys. This is our time.
Now Jackson They'll roll him out right. Now he'll pull it down. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Ready up. Watch it, pick me up. Here we go.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. To throw is Jackson, eluding. And it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Well, it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Here we go. 480. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 26.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 13 yards there, offset some of the penalty yardage as it's second down.
13 brings up second and 2.
Watch the pass. Watch 26.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touch. Earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24, and that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
1st and 10.
10th carry now for Elliott. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the two-point conversion for good measure. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And now he's going to use his legs. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And an alley to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 53 yards. As the Ravens push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And the Cowboys are able to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Arlington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
Again, it's Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be third down.
5 down, stand up in.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team? Going, this definitely qualifies.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Off the bootleg, Jackson. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Jackson off the bootleg. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Rolling to his left. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th. Now it's Jackson on the move to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
A gain of 3, second down. They go to Elliott again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face a third down.
Check 48, the mark.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Out of his end zone, Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
They'll try and run it in. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
37. Ravens 36.
Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. 1, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
16 yards. And a Raven first down.
So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. This from long, very long range. And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short.
36.
So how about that comeback that we just witnessed going into the fourth quarter? I don't know that we had written them off, but it looked bleak. They were able to get it done.
They put up a barrage of points, and reeling them in and running them down and winning it. Wouldn't you love to be in their locker room right now? Think about the energy that's radiating out of there right now. They're talking about belief, sticking together, and finding a way to win.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.